Ekubo's hidden wealth, luxury lifestyle, properties, cars, investments, and will revealed after his death. The death of a public figure has a curious way of pulling back the curtain on a life carefully curated for both privacy and display. When Nigerian Nollywood actor and model, Alex Ekubo, passed away in May 2026 at the age of 40 from complications of stage 4 liver cancer, the outpouring of grief from fans, colleagues, and family was matched only by the surge of curiosity about the life he had quietly built behind the scenes. Videos dissecting his alleged hidden wealth went viral across YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook within days of his passing, racking up millions of views and sparking intense public debate. Ekubo born Alexander Ekubo had been a prominent figure in Nollywood since the early 20s, celebrated not just for his acting chops but for his charisma, impeccable style, and the effortless charm he brought to every role. He was also a successful model and brand ambassador, appearing in campaigns for several major Nigerian and international brands. To the public, he was a familiar face. To those closest to him, he was a deeply private individual who carefully separated his personal life and financial affairs from the spotlight that followed his. It is that contrast, the polished public image against a carefully guarded private world, that has made the post-death revelation so fascinating to so many. It is important to note up front that a significant portion of the circulating information about Alex Ekubo's wealth is speculative, drawn from pre-death public posts, sensationalized gossip channels, and unverified social media claims. Where estimates are provided, they should be understood as approximations at best. Question 1. Real estate and mansions. Building a foundation of wealth. Among the most credible and widely documented aspects of Alex Ekubo's wealth was his investment in real estate. Unlike many of his entertainment industry peers who preferred flashy spending, Ekubo appeared to understand early that bricks and mortar offer the kind of stability that box office receipts and brand deals cannot always guarantee them. His most talked about property is the Lekki Legos Smart Home, unveiled around 2022, located in one of Lagos' most sought-after residential corridors, possibly within the northern foreshore estates or the Chevron axis. The property was a modern luxury mansion that reflected both his aesthetic sensibility and his awareness of technological trends. Reports describe a home fitted with smart home automation systems, a private cinema, a swimming pool, a fully equipped gym, and premium interior finishes. In the context of Lagos's premium real estate market, properties of this specification are estimated to be worth in the region of 500 to 600 million naira, though it must be stressed that no verified valuation has been publicly released. Ekubo shared glimpses of the home on his social media platforms, and the images circulated widely after his death, fueling much of the commentary about his hidden affluence. The second major property that has drawn attention is his hometown mansion in Arochukwu, Abia State. For many successful Nigerians, building a family home in one's hometown is as much a cultural obligation as it is a financial investment, a statement of success, a contribution to community, and a legacy for future generations. Ekubo reportedly began construction of this property around 2022, with reports suggesting a build cost of approximately 200 million naira. The project was highlighted in several posts that tribute pieces as evidence of his rootedness and his commitment to family, even as he built his life and career in Lagos. Beyond these two headline properties, various claims have circulated online about rental properties in Potokat, reportedly at least 2 houses generating passive income, as well as possible short-let apartments in Lagos, catering to the city's booming Airbnb-style accommodation market. If accurate, these holdings would represent a thoughtful income diversification strategy, transforming Ekubo's acting and endorsement earnings into a self-sustaining asset base. Great caution. What does seem clear is that Ekubo took real estate seriously as a wealth-building tool, an approach that financial advisors consistently advocate for, and one that distinguishes long-term wealth builders from those who simply aim and spend. Section 2. The car collection, a passion on 4 wheels. If real estate represented Alex Ekubo's financial pragmatism, his car collection represented his personal passions. By all accounts, he was a genuine automobile enthusiast, not merely someone who acquired expensive vehicles as status symbols, but a person who loved cars for what they are. His garage, as documented through his own social media posts and later discussed in tributes, was an impressive one. The centerpiece of his collection, and arguably the most attention-grabbing, were his 2 Chevrolet Camaro convertibles. The Camaro, a quintessential American muscle car, is an unusual and distinctive choice in the Nigerian market, where SUVs and luxury sedans tend to dominate the driveways of the wealthy. One of Ekubo's Camaros featured a custom blue and black geometric wrap that made it immediately recognizable. The other was finished in a vivid fiery red, both vehicles with personality unafraid to stand out, and both generated significant social media attention during his lifetime and after his death. His collection also included a black Range Rover autobiography SUV, the flagship variant of Land Rover's Range Rover line and one of the most popular luxury vehicles among Nigeria's affluent class. The Range Rover autobiography's combination of off-road capability and opulent interior appointments makes it a natural choice for someone balancing the demands of Legacy's often challenging routes with a taste for premium motoring. Alongside it sat a Toyota Land Cruiser V8, a vehicle renowned for its reliability and long-term value, and widely regarded as one of the most practical luxury SUVs available in the Nigerian market. Additional vehicles mentioned in various accounts include a Range Rover Evoque and possible electric chopper-style bikes and quad bikes, suggesting a range of automotive interests that extended beyond traditional cars. Some viral videos have claimed that Ekubo's total garage was worth close to 1 billion naira, a figure that, while eye-catching, is almost certainly inflated for dramatic effect. A more grounded assessment based on the confirmed vehicles would place the collection's value significantly lower, though still substantial. He reportedly imported several of his vehicles and paid considerable customs duties, which add significantly to the landed cost of foreign automobiles in Nigeria. Section 3. Investments, Business Ventures, and Net Worth. The numbers behind the name. Understanding Alex Ekubo's wealth requires understanding his approach to income, which by all indications, extended well beyond collecting paychecks from film sets. Nollywood fees for established actors can vary widely, but credible estimates for top-tier talent place per project fees in the range of 3 to 8 million naira, with the higher figures applying to major productions or actors with strong negotiating leverage. Over a career spanning more than a decade and supplemented by consistent endorsement work and modeling contracts, Ekubo's cumulative earnings would have been considerable. What distinguished him, according to those who knew him well, was his discipline in reinvesting those earnings rather than consuming them. His real estate strategy has already been discussed. Beyond property, claims have surfaced about a diversified investment portfolio touching on fashion, talent management, and other business areas. Some of the more sensational online channels have gone further existence of a broader business empire, generating 11 to 15 million naira in monthly income from fashion lines, car hire services, and streaming or content ventures. These specific claims remain largely unverified and should be treated skeptically. They belong to a genre of post-mortem financial mythology that often develops around celebrity deaths. The truth is likely less dramatic, but still impressive. What is not in serious dispute is that Ekubo was financially thoughtful in a way that many of his contemporaries were not. He spoke in interviews about the importance of planning for the future, diversifying income streams, and building assets rather than liabilities. Whether his portfolio was worth 500 million naira or 2 billion naira, the structure he put in place reflected a level of financial literacy that is genuinely admirable. As for his net worth, estimates from before his death ranged from approximately $1 to $2 million, equivalent to roughly $1.6 to $3.2 billion at prevailing exchange rates. Post-death reports have tended to significantly inflate these figures, as often happens in the aftermath of a celebrity passing. When speculation fills the vacuum left by the absence of official disclosures, it would be wise to treat any specific net worth claim as an approximation rather than a verified figure. What can be said with confidence is that Alex Ekubo had, by any reasonable measure, built a substantial and diversified financial foundation over the course of his career. Section 4, the will, his marriage, and what he left behind. Perhaps the most emotionally charged revelations following Alex Ekubo's death were not about mansions or cars, but about the personal life he had chosen to keep almost entirely out of public view. Throughout his career, Ekubo was famously private about his relationships, so much so that many fans were surprised to learn following his passing that he had quietly married Anwuli Amakam Ekubo. The union had apparently been kept from the public eye with remarkable success, a testament to how deliberately Ekubo had constructed the boundaries between his professional persona and his private self. More poignant still were reports that followed the announcement of his death, with some accounts indicating that his widow was pregnant or that the couple had a child, details that emerged during and after his burial. The specifics of the family's situation have not been fully confirmed through official channels, and the family has understandably sought to manage these disclosures carefully and on their own terms. During an already devastating time, what is clear is that Ekubo, in the final years of his life, years during which he was reportedly battling stage 4 liver cancer with a diagnosis around 2024, was building a private family life, even as his public persona continued to shine. Reports have also emerged about a will, which Ekubo is said to have prepared in advance of his death. Sources suggest he transferred rights to at least one fashion-related venture to his wife, and that the will addressed the distribution of his assets with some specificity. In Nigeria, estate matters of this kind often exist at the intersection of formal legal instruments and traditional family expectations, and discussions have surfaced, as they frequently do in such circumstances, about the dynamics between a widow, her late husband's immediate family, and customary inheritance considerations. No official or complete version of the will has been made public, and it would be inappropriate to speculate further about its contents beyond what has been responsibly reported. Tributes paid to Ekubo by his colleagues in the Nigerian entertainment industry were deeply moving. Actors and directors, including Ogonah and Emi Edo, spoke publicly about the health battle he had faced with remarkable composure and dignity, largely shielded from the public eye. The picture that emerged from those tributes was of a man who faced his mortality with the same quiet intentionality with which he had approached his finances, planning carefully, protecting those he loved, and choosing not to make his suffering the subject of public consumption. Alex Ekubo's life and death offer a compelling study in the relationship between public persona and private reality. On screen, he was the charismatic, stylish actor whose presence elevated any project he appeared in. Off-screen, he was building a portfolio of assets, nurturing a private family, managing a serious illness, and making financial decisions with a clarity that many people never achieve. The viral videos and social media posts that have circulated since his passing reflect something understandable, a public eager to know the full person behind the familiar face, but they also carry a risk. The numbers and claims that circulate without verification can distort rather than illuminate, reducing a complex human life to a set of inflated figures and unsubstantiated rumors. Seeking accurate information about Alex Ekubo's estate and affairs are best served by the statements of his family. Verified reports from reputable sources can distort rather than illuminate, reducing a complex human life to a set of inflated figures and unsubstantiated rumors. Those seeking accurate information about Alex Ekubo's estate and affairs are best served by the statements of his family, verified reports from reputable sources, and official legal disclosures as they emerge. What is beyond dispute is that Alex Ekubo worked hard, invested wisely, loved privately, and left behind a legacy that extends beyond the films in his catalog. He was 40 years old, too young by any measure, and taken far too soon. The wealth he built is a testament to his discipline and vision. The love of those who mourn him is a testament to who he was as a person. Rest in peace, Alex Ekubo.